So I wanted to take a few minutes with this video to talk about 4 interesting PlayStation 5 stories, and if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it, and as always, it's very much appreciated. Now, the stories I wanted to cover today includes PlayStation VR 2's release date, pre-order information and price, free no PlayStation Plus needed online weekend reminder, the stick drift fix thanks to the new DualSense Pro Edge controller, we're going to talk about the details there as well, and the recently shown visually impressive titles coming to PlayStation 5. First, yes or no, would you still be subscribed to PlayStation Plus if online play was free? I haven't asked this question in a long time, I don't remember when, so I'm curious what people think now that we have the new PlayStation Plus service. So comment below, yes or no, if you'd still be subscribed to PlayStation Plus if online play was free. Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, the free PlayStation Plus online play weekend. Just a quick reminder that Sony has announced another upcoming free online play weekend, meaning you don't need PlayStation Plus to play online. They do this from time to time. I'm not sure how it's decided, but it seems to be a few times a year. The weekend is happening this upcoming weekend on August 27th and 28th, so if you know anyone who doesn't have PlayStation Plus or recently lost access, then you guys can hop on together this upcoming weekend. Now, diving into the second story of the video, PlayStation VR 2's release date, price, and pre-order information. So this was an interesting week for PlayStation 2. Big pieces of news came out, and it's only Wednesday. Something else by all means could happen later today after this video is out. The focus here is PlayStation VR 2. We'll get into the other big one being the DualSense Pro Edge controller in a sec, but so for some reason, out of nowhere, without any blog post even, every PlayStation Twitter account besides the main one stated the release time frame for PlayStation VR 2. Even now, the main PlayStation Twitter account has not mentioned the release time frame for PlayStation VR 2, but the official main PlayStation Instagram account did. For example, the release time frame for PlayStation VR 2 is early 2023. Early 2023 to me means January to March 2023. Which seems to be on point with what we heard from PlayStation VR Without Parole, who said the target time frame for PlayStation VR 2 to release was early 2023, and they said that all the way back in February of this year, 2022, which, as I said on Twitter, annoyed me a bit. This is because Sony knew the time frame so far back but didn't say anything until now to make it seem like we're closer to launch. It's an annoying, obvious tactic. It's like someone is trying to do a magic trick. You've seen the trick before, you know how the trick works, and you're just waiting for the magician to do it. It's not fun to just see that play out. Some say Sony doesn't care about the competition and they do what they want on their own timetable, but I feel they were quiet about this because of the competition out there and to keep PlayStation VR 2 attention going on all year long, which is of course great for them, but annoying for us. I'm not going to say us. I don't know if it's annoying for you guys. It's annoying for me personally. In terms of a more exact release time frame, they already said early 2023, which is January to March, but PSVR Without Parole narrowed it down to late February to early March. Considering the stuff they've gotten correct before, I think this thing is pretty much coming late February to early March. In terms of pre-orders, we could be getting them later this year, which to me would be great, amazing. I don't mind PlayStation VR 2 coming out next year. Just give me the opportunity to lock mine down so I know I have one secured for launch day. And in terms of price, most feel it'll be around $399 to $499. I am personally betting on $399 or less because it would look horrible if an accessory is more expensive than the console it's an accessory for. Remember, there's a $399 PlayStation 5 out there. This thing, in my opinion, can't be more expensive than that. Of course, I could be wrong there and this thing ends up being $499. We'll have to wait and see on that. In terms of games, now that we know it's coming early 2023, I would very much expect a lot of talk coming from Sony as we progress through the year. I would be shocked if PlayStation VR 2 wasn't mentioned or shown in a decent capacity at next month's possible showcase event. Sony said they have 20 major titles ready for launch for PlayStation VR 2, and we've barely seen any of them. But you guys let me know if you're excited for PlayStation VR 2 or not? Let me know down in the comments below. Now diving into the third story of the video, visually impressive titles coming to the PlayStation 5. So one of these games we've talked about before and the other one was announced yesterday. So first up, the first Descendant. This looter shooter is a third-person cooperative action RPG in which you can play as descendants who inherited unknown powers that makes them stronger to fight against the invaders and protect humans. Honestly, the description for this game sounds like a generic sci-fi story, but the big hype here, besides the gameplay, which also looks fun, is the visuals. We're seeing more and more games using Unreal Engine 5, and these graphics are really hitting a new tier of what is going to be the standard in coming years. The first Descendant is on screen right now, obviously, and the lighting and detail really hit above a lot of what we see today on the market. The game is going to be free to play, so I worry if it's going to nickel and dime people. Hopefully not. There's a clear benefit of doing free-to-play games with a reasonable battle pass setup, so let's hope this game goes through a route like that. There's no release date that I see right now, but there is a Steam beta happening later this year on October 20th to the 26th, so we're going to be seeing actual people playing this thing then. Next up is a game we saw yesterday at the Gamescom opening night live event. The game is called Atlas Fallen. Focus Entertainment and Deck 13 Interactive, a Focus studio, are proud to announce the epic fantasy super-powered action RPG Atlas Fallen. Atlas Fallen takes you to a semi-open world full of ancient mysteries and threats, coming to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC in 2023. Next gen only, hallelujah. Glide the sands of timeless land filled with ancient dangers, mysteries, and fragments of the past. Hunt legendary monsters using powerful shape-shifting weapons and devastating sand-powered abilities in spectacular super-powered combat. Target and gather the essence of your enemies to shape your own custom playstyle, forging a new era for humanity in a fully cooperative or solo story campaign. Now, this game also has amazing visuals when it comes to gameplay as well, but I don't believe it's using Unreal Engine like the previous title, but rather an in-house engine, which is also, of course, impressive. It's great to see the visual standard rising across games in the industry, and I'm definitely looking forward to this one. And now diving into the final story of the video, the DualSense Edge controller. Sony revealed the new DualSense Pro controller that we've been hearing about for some time now. I'll have the link below if you want to dive into it further, but I'll go over the highlights here. The controller will have all the basics from the regular DualSense controller, which includes, of course, the adaptive triggers, haptics, etc., but it'll now be bringing with that back buttons, which people have been asking for some time on the PlayStation 5. There are two well-sized, somewhat circular paddles or back buttons on the back of the controller, not the huge paddles you see elsewhere on other controllers, so I like these smaller buttons that they have on the DualSense Edge. Beyond that, the controller sticks have become modular, allowing you to remove the entire controller sticks from the controller, which you can replace by buying new ones. So instead of buying a new controller, for example, or trying to fix a controller because of stick drift, this looks to allow you to replace the entire thing. In theory, this controller will save you money, even though it's most likely going to be more expensive than multiple regular DualSense controllers. We also have to see how much each of these stick modules are going to be. Beyond that, one of the highlights for me includes the ultra customizable controls, where you can fine-tune the controller by remapping buttons, deactivating inputs, adjusting stick sensitivity and dead zone, but also it allows you to control the travel distance of the triggers. That's the biggest one for me personally. You can customize travel distance for shooters to get faster hits, for example. Getting this one ready for Factions 2 next year is going to be a prime goal for me, so hopefully there's enough of them made, but the travel distance fine-tuning is definitely a big plus for me. There are some more specific details on the blog, which I'll again link below, but I wanted to cover the highlights here. In terms of price and release date, we didn't get anything besides information coming in the coming months, but as for price, I would expect this thing to be priced around the Xbox Elite 2 controller, which is around 180 USD. But you guys let me know if you're interested in the DualSense Edge controller like myself or not. Let me know down in the comments below. If you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button, as it always helps, and subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with Bring On the Edge. Obviously in reference to the DualSense Edge controller, which I'm excited for. If you are as well, destroy the comment section with Bring On the Edge. And I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now, I'll check you guys out on the next one.